Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Well, not too different if you've been on the channel for a while, but we're playing some DPP OU. I just want to chill, and I love DPP OU, and there are a few people on the ladder, so I'm just going to start looking for a battle, and I'll go over the team. But we have Choice Specs, Heat Ram. I use this in, I believe I use this in SBL, but we got Choice Specs, Heat Ram lead, CB Dragonite, Stealth Rocking Blissey, Rapid Spinning Starmie, Cut Step Berry Machamp, and then Choice Scarf Jirachi. So yeah, you too, buddy. So he leads off with Smeargle. I don't really have a sleep absorb. I obviously have this, but I don't want to go directly into that, especially because I can spin relatively easily, I want to say. So what I'll do is I'll just stay in Flamethrower. There's no Sticky Web in this gen, so the best he can get up is Stealth Rock and Spike. And I will be able to spin eventually. Plus he has no Flamethrower switches anyway. I'm assuming it's like Tyranitar, Gyarados, maybe Rotom in the back, Lucario, and if it's Jirachi's team, then it has Scizor as well. Man, Sleep Turns and DPP are amazing. Thank you, Tran. I appreciate you. Alright, so I'm assuming something after he spores me, he's going to U-turn out into like a Gyarados or something, or Tyranitar. I'm not as worried about them because I do have my Dragonite in the back. Obviously with Spikes up there annoying. I'm surprised he actually opted to go for the third layer as opposed to putting him to sleep. He's really underestimating Choice Specs Tran here. Show me the Gyarados. Show me the Gyarados or the Tyranitar right now. You know what? Go Scizor. Just let me Flamethrower your Scizor. I'm not sure how long this DPP lab will be. If the games take too long, I'll just stop looking for them. Most likely. But I think Blender and Mode are playing Mario Kart. I might play with them on stream. Also, there goes the Kingdra. Now, not too big of a threat. I mean, if it's physical, Blissey walls regardless, even with like hazards up, I can Thunder Wave it. If he goes for Rain Dance or a special move, I'll be able to take that. But we'll go Blissey always here. I don't know what double he can make. He hasn't seen anything about my team, and Heat Ran lead doesn't really tell you much because it's not like it's a super common lead, but it's not an uncommon lead either way. Though Tran D-Knight is a pretty good core in DPP, so I might expect that. Let's see if he's special or not. Oh, he's sub Dragonite, of course. So I take every hit, and I can Seismic Toss into one more Seismic Toss to put him in range of my Dragonite. He actually opts to go for another DD. Not quite sure how I feel about that, considering like sub DD doesn't run rest, and he doesn't knock me out unless he goes for Outrage anyway. Waterfall does not knock me out. I'm a Blissey. And he thankfully does not get the flinch on me. So he's in range of my Dragonite here. I'll Thunder Wave just in case it is a random rest set. Or force him to go for Outrage. I did lose Blissey, which means I do lose Rocks, unfortunately. But I can go out to Dragonite. And the good thing is at that percentage, he doesn't know if I'm banned or not. I would love to go for Fire Punch here. Or Dragon Claw real badly. But it's not worth the risk. This thing's name is Piss Seahorse. That's cool. Anyway. Weavile comes out, and that is a giant threat. That's actually a giant threat. Especially because Extreme Speed doesn't have the higher priority in this generation, so I gotta go Jirachi here on what I'm expecting to be an Ice Shard. Yep, see the Life Orb. Now, this is a tough turn for me because when I see Weavile, I automatically think Magnezone is the back, but the nature of his team doesn't, you know, say that. But the fact that he has Dragon Dance, Kingdra, and Weavile, like, he could very well go for Night Slash here. He shouldn't stay in. I think he should double, because this thing checks my Dragonite. I'm going to double out to Starmie here and hope that he fears the Scarfrachi and doesn't go for Night Slash. Yep. Brings in a Swampert. So now I have no idea what type of team he's running. But I'm definitely going for Rapid Spin. It's Toxic Swampert. Where am I? So I actually have to keep Starmie alive just in case he does have Machamp. That's a giant, not Machamp, excuse me. An Infernape in the back because Dragonite's getting a little bit weaker. We'll go Machamp here after spinning away. If he's double rocks, he'll show it now. And Earthquake isn't going to do too much anyway. Plus I get off a Dynamic Punch, and chances are he might not be able to get off his attack. So Like I have no idea what his team is because you don't typically see a late game Swampert. at all. If he does manage to break through this turn, by the way, I am gonna go for. There's the Rotom. Thunderbolt should be able to knock me out. I can't. I am offensive. Like my Heron takes every hit and also dodges the Will-O-Wisp. So I'll take a Thunderbolt. Yep. And he actually charges up my Specs boosted Flamethrower. So I'm gonna go right for that, and that will get me a kill. Easily to a KO Swampert. Weavile's low kick is a pain, but I'm definitely faster than a Swampert, especially if it's like a toxic variant. And plus my Machamp was faster. Plus I'm faster than the max speed variant anyway. So getting rid of Swampert opens up the door for Jirachi. Weavile's going to come in and more than likely use low kick. We'll sack my Starmie here. I don't think that he has Infernape in the back. I really don't. Plus Machamp can come in anyway and just click Stone Edge and knock him out. So I'll sack this as he goes for Pursuit, which does knock me out. Now Machamp should be able to live every one hit, or any one hit rather, and go for Stone Edge right here. I do live one Ice Punch. Why does this guy keep joining and leaving? Alright, gonna ignore this. I live every one hit, and Stone Edge not only knocked out Weavile, but also hits the Rotom form upon switching. And because I see leftovers, I'm actually gonna go for payback here, expecting him to Thunderbolt, which I knew I would be able to live. And now he put me in cut stab range, so I can save this for when, not when Weavile comes out, because Ice Shard will easily be able to knock me out. I'm not gonna save it, but I can save my cut stab berry for whatever his last is, if it's like a setup mon or something. If it's Scizor, I still have Jirachi in the back to check it. And Dragonite. Yeah, we'll sack Heat right here. Low kick might not even knock me out because I'm running HP on this thing. Then again, it is 120 base power, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, okay, so I go down. But his last, I'm expecting it to be something weak to fire, considering he has so many fire answers. So I'm really expecting it to be something weak to fire. So I'm going to throw a Fire Punch, and let's see if it's an SD Scizor in the back or Lucario. Jirachi. Yeah, something weak to fire. So Fire Punch, I get the burn immediately. That didn't matter because I 2-KO'd him and I had Cuss that Berry Machamp in the back anyway. So it just, like, I started to figure out his team composition after. I guess it mattered in the sense that he dies right here, but I had Cuss that Berry Machamp and I don't got to show that. So we're going to be able to knock him out there. He also could not knock out Dragonite unless he was running Icy Wind leftovers, which isn't really ran. But let's go ahead and look for another battle. I don't know if that other dude was trying to scout me or trying to snipe me, or he was just here just watching DPP, but he kept joining and leaving, which was annoying me. So I just started ignoring spectators. I don't know why people be doing that. Actually, I do know why people be doing that. Trying to get attention. Trying to get my attention or his attention. I'm not on my PokeaimMD account though, so I don't know if he knows who I am. But in general, it's just annoying. Just to see that. But, yeah, DPP is, like, you know, you guys know it's my favorite. DPP OU, you guys know it's my favorite tier to play of all time. I really love DPP. I loved not knowing what my opponent has, but having to play a specific way. Or having to play a specific way that I can prevent setup, which is like one thing I did, like a few precautions I had obviously in that, was that I saved my Cuss that Berry Machamp, that way I can get off that last ditch effort Cuss that hit in a pinch. I saved my Banded Extreme Speed Dragonite just in case I need a priority. My Choice Scarf Jirachi was in the back, so basically I had a Mon that could deal with whatever late game Mon he had. The only potential Mon that would be a threat would be SD Mach Punch Infernape, but let's say, cause if Flamethrower didn't knock out, basically the only way that would actually come out and set up is if I went Jirachi there, but I had Jirachi in versus Weavile, but I'm saying that if Weavile didn't actually knock me out with low kick, and let's say I knocked it out with Flamethrower and Infernape came out, Flamethrower from here in does like 70%, close to 70% to Infernape, and if it's naive it takes more, so I always had Banded Extreme Speed in the back, so I think I was safe either way. And if he had Dragonite's Tyranitar, I did not care, unless it was like Dragonite's Protect Tyranitar or Dragonite's Stealth Rock to deal with Machamp. And even then, it would need Stealth Rock and Protect Dragonite's and like Crunch to win. And then it needs 3 Dragonite's to outspeed Scarf Jirachi. So basically, either way, I feel like I was fine in that situation. What I'll do is, because this is more of a chill live, I'm just gonna look for another. I'm gonna watch someone else's DPP game and just commentate over it. Hopefully, you guys don't mind too much. I really do love DPP, and I want to do another movie. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can hit up my boy Uzgood to play a bunch of DPP games. Ooh, Frost, late game Frost. Like his team right here, I would never be able to predict anything there. I see an Ambipom. I see a Frostlass in the late game. Uxie as a lead. Unless it's like Swagger spam. Like Swagger spam is something I can see it being. But I don't think anything else makes sense. I'm pretty sure Genesis 7 is, I'm pretty sure I know Genesis 7. His name is really, really familiar. But yeah, so I have no idea what his last would be. I honestly cannot tell you at all. Like basically, this would say Uxie is a lead. It says like Trick Scarf Toxic or Thunderwave, but then his team doesn't look like it benefits from Thunderwave too much because he has relatively speedy mons. Oh, I guess this is Suicune. Oh, okay. So the thing about Suicune is, it can if it's Crocoon, which is Rest Talk Calm Mind, it can win. It can legitimately win. He goes for Surf though. I do not know why he didn't go for Calm Mind. Maybe it's Rest Talk Roar with HP Electric. Well, Rest Roar HP Electric, so I guess it didn't matter anyway. Because we see the Rotom in the back. Bronzong is another Pokemon that my team is really pretty weak to. But I have no idea what type of Suicune it is. I guess I would assume HP Electric defensive because his team is very weak to Gyarados. Like something like Gyarados destroys him. But I don't know right here. Ideally, we get a game. Let's see how the other guys are doing. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful use of Azov Starmie Braylon. Love it, love it. Breloom's another mon that just shot up in usage. You see Zapdos here typically on the first slot. So I got the Moon Dude. Yep, like I said, you see Zapdos here typically on the first slot. Your boy is firing off a Choice Specs Overheat. Oh, mod join because I don't want other people joining me. Part of the charm of DPP is obviously not seeing other people's teams. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, not the rain. Anything but the rain. That's not very good. I overheat again. He could go for Thunder, but I think he might U-turn. And I don't want Quillfish coming out, which is why I was hesitant to go in Blitzky, but if he goes for Roost, I don't care. Yeah, Thunder Wave is better than Rocks always. Whether I Thunder Wave this, which, because electric types can be Thunder Wave in this generation, he's Life Orb Brain Dance. Okay, so now I'm not even sure if he's a Rain team. But if he is, he only has one turn of Rain left after I set up my Stealth Rock. So we will get up our rocks here. And the great thing about Blissey on these types of teams, like I'm not running a stall team, you guys can see that, but I am running a team that appreciates para support. You have Machamp, which hits ridiculously hard, and you already know how annoying it is to break through Dynamic Punch, though in Sun and Moon we've been seeing close combat Flame Orb running around for good reason. But you already know how annoying it is to break through that, and I have Banded Dragonite, which outrage pretty much 2 KOs every steel type in this game, unless they're straight up defensive, and as well as Specs Tran, which is another mon that just kills things through, like always kills things. You saw this overheat do 58%. It would have done double that if he didn't have the rain. This Moon guy gotta come back though. You watch another battle. This is the guy I was just playing. Yep, he is Super Rachi. Maybe Grass Knot or Thunderbolt as his last move. I would say Thunderbolt over Grass Knot just because he's running it in bar ground. So Thunderbolt hits Skarmory. This guy come back? Nope. This thing confusing me, by the way. It says DP my main reconnected, but I've been here the entire time just battling. Is this guy that gotta come? If he can come back now, that'd be great. I don't know. I know this doesn't stop it anymore, but maybe it did for him. I just fought the guy that just joined. Oh, nice. Hello? It's gonna trick? This isn't trick. This is... He ain't bad at all. The Great Dane is using like semi-stall too, but it's so weak to Weavile, man. This is why I say that if I see a Weavile, I automatically think Magnezone in the back, because DPP doesn't have much for Weavile. 3 answers. Well, I mean, not many tiers have much for Weavile anyway, but obviously knockoff did exist, but it wasn't the base power that it was, and it wasn't boosted as well after it knocked off an attack. So Skarmory, Jirachi, and Scizor were pretty much answers to Weavile in this generation. Obviously Infernape as well, but Infernape doesn't ever run Slack off in this generation, and it had limited switch-ins. So that's why I always think that Magnezone is paired or always can see Magnezone being paired because it deals with like the one answer to Weavile. Just Scarm, Scizor, Pokemon that can basically switch in. And obviously with Dark resisting, obviously with Steel resisting Ghost and Dark. In this generation, it's just a lot harder for a Pokemon like Weavile, which is still really cool in OU. Having priority Ice Shard. In fact, the priority moves are really cool too. Like Mach Punch and Infernape can check SD Lucario at +2, even though in later generations, +2 Lucario's Extreme Speed has that priority versus Infernape, so it wouldn't matter. In this generation, it can. Luke is another great late game mon, man. I love that mon so much. This Lumberry, he's Wish Seismitoss. You don't typically see that on Clef in this generation either. Like, Clef has been used enough that if tiers were still different, if tiers still had, what's it called? If they still had, like basically by usage, if they were adjusted and based on tournament play, Clefable would actually be OU by usage right now. But the set you usually see is Knockoff, Thunder Wave, Seismitoss, Soft Boiled, because it makes it a more reliable answer to Heatran and Pokemon like that. And can just Thunder Wave and has that immediate recovery. Also, Magikarp in this generation is really cool too because while you do get paralyzed by Thunder Wave, you don't ever get full paired, which is really cool because Combine Clefable is really crazy as well. This guy okay. This game over though. Double T Spike. That game been over. Where are my games? Who out? Yeah, Genesis 7 playing. Who I like Genesis 7's team a lot. Could be Scarf Rotom. Especially because he showed Overheat. Hey, this Machamp about to get 2 kills if Lucario doesn't come out and go for Extreme Speed. Because that is definitely Custap buried. If it isn't Elite, it's always Custap. You can assume Lum sometimes. But he makes the correct play going out into Lucario. But now right here, you would think, okay, the Lucario user might go right for Crunch because it hits everything. So, I guess it wasn't Custap. Because it would have still activated. And then not worked. It's actually not looking that good for Genesis. Assuming it's not Scarf Rotom. But then again, because Hydro Pump does knock out Lucario at 75, excuse me. He doesn't even go Swampert. I'll say because the Lucario in the back very much threatens Pokemon like Swampert, and Starmie, and even Rotom can't come directly in on a Crunch. I don't know what Pokemon version's last mon is, especially because I see a Torkoal here. I don't know why I see a Torkoal here. But yeah, this is more of a chill lad, like I said. And not even me being like, is that Scarf Gar? If that's Scarf Gar and if that's not Pursuit Tyranitar, even if it is Pursuit Tyranitar, nope. It's not Scarf Gar. But we do get rid of the Starmie there. This is actually a little bit bad if it's not. Because the Rotom's going to come in and click Shadow Ball. And if it's choice locked, it will be able to knock him out. But then Swampert comes in. If it's Surf Swampert, it wins. If it's Surf Swampert, it does win. But it should be Scarf Rotom. Hidden Power, it's not Grass, it's Ice. So he's not running Shadow Ball on his Rotom. That's weird. But anyway, Swampert comes out. It should 100% click Earthquake, never Ice Beam. Click Earthquake here. He's locked into Hidden Power Ice. Unless it's HP Grass. Oh, he does click Ice Beam and it works out for him too. And it gets the freeze. Ooh, that is bad. Is it HP Grass T-Tar? I don't know why he didn't go directly into that. But maybe he didn't have a good play with... He didn't have a good play. So we see a Zapdos lead, annoying Pokemon. We're going to click Overheat. I finally got a game, which is pretty cool. And it specs Zapdos and crits me with Thunderbolt. Amazing turn 1. Would have actually OHKO'd him, but it's whatever. We'll go Blissey here. It's actually not whatever. That sucks. We'll go Blissey and get up our rocks. I'm assuming a Breloom might come out, so I'm thinking about actually Thunder Waving. I'm a Thunder Wave first. That sucks, man. We would have killed Zapdos turn 1. I don't even know if it specs, honestly. It could just be an offensive variant. Magnet. I want to see if this guy won. He should have won. But there was no variation of T-Tar that could knock him out. Even if it was HP Grass, it wouldn't do enough. It had to be Belt HP Grass T-Tar. What's banned based on that Ice Punch damage? Yep, Pokemon version is 1. So we're going to Thunder Wave immediately as he goes directly into Gengar. This is bad if it's an Explosion variant, but it's not like I really have a switch in anyway, so I'm just going to get on my rocks. as he does go Breloom. So a really good play, or a really good series of plays, because it gets Breloom in. Looking like my Starmie is very threatening, though. I don't mind him sporing me. These were having Heat Rain live would be really nice. I will go Dragonite and just spam Dragon Claw. If he spores again, that's fine. Actually, Fire Punch here. The fact that we're slower isn't that bad. I wish I had U-turn on my Jirachi as well. Because now this Breloom becomes a giant threat. Like, my Machamp is a giant threat to him. I'm going to have to go out to Starmie on the Focus Punch. That's so annoying, man. That crit turn 1. Because now I'm worried about Zapdos. Like, I don't even care about this Breloom. I don't even care that I have to sack half my team to deal with it. I'm worried about Zapdos. He's going to C-Bomb and knock me out. But yeah, I'm very worried about Zapdos here. I'll go Machamp now. Hit him up with that Ice Punch. Because it hits Gengar and Zapdos. Mainly hitting Gengar for the 2-hit KO. And then Spec Zapdos is going to come out and be annoying. But I can hit Gengar for the 2-hit KO here. So Blissey doesn't have to worry about that. So he can Seism Toss freely. Zapdos should come out now. But Breloom is never going to be able to sub versus me. So I'll always go Blissey here. Hidden Power Flying. Yep. I can just spam Seism Toss. Reveal Swampert, which is going to be his rocker most likely. But again, I'll just be able to spam Seism Toss and get rid of this thing. I'm also faster, so I can heal up versus it as well if he wants to go for Roar. That Earthquake doesn't do crap anyway. And I'll always be able to heal up, so I don't honestly care. Like, I'll Seism Toss again. Like, if I hit him with another... Oh, he's Protect too. He doesn't even have Roar. Ha! So I actually heal up fully versus this Mon. Yeah, Stealth Art Protect. Well, Gengar here. He doesn't have good switch-ins. I'm assuming maybe... Alright, Jirachi in the back. Scarf? Scarf potentially? Scarf Rachi with Trick? Let's see. Yep, more than likely. We can go out to Jirachi, my own Jirachi here. My Machamp is looking nice, especially because no real switch-ins to it. I'll go out to Jirachi because if he tricks me, he's locked into that move and I can just click Fire Punch. Yep. So in this generation, you are locked into your trick if you click it. And we'll double out to Machamp here, expecting him to want to go Swampert, or he should not stay in because he's locked in that move. He goes Heat Rain, which isn't bad unless it's Specs Trend, but I'm thinking it's... If it is Specs Trend, it's annoying. I just got Dynamic Punch here. I don't have another play. And I'm faster. Great. Alright, so Giant Threat gone. I'm glad I didn't care right there. I don't know why I'm faster, but I'm faster. Jirachi comes out. Iron Head spam. Just goes for Body Slam with his Scarf Rachi. Gets the Para. And the full Para. So that's always fun. He's going to put me in Custap range soon, though. We get the Dynamic Punch off. After Stealth Rock, I am 100% in Custap range, if I'm not mistaken. Custap range is 25, right? It's a pinch. Swampert comes out. I'll be able to beat this by spamming Ice Punch, too. So go Blissey, take every hit. Yep, and just spam Seism Toss. Ice Punch is going to sweep soon with my Scarf Rachi, so I'm not as worried about that. And I also have my Last Ditch Effort Machamp. Doesn't matter what happens here as long as it doesn't crit me. I do not let Breloom come in for free. Again, he is very, very prone to being swept by the Ice Punch now. Especially because he has to Seed Bomb here. I'll never give you a sub. Ever. Doesn't matter if he goes for Seed Bomb. I'll never give you a sub ever. Ever. Nah, you ain't getting out that sub, buddy. In fact, you know what? Go ahead and try and get that sub right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm in charge here. This is my tier. So now we just spam Ice Punch with our Scarf for Archie and win. We will 100% win if he sacks Braylon here too. And I also just, if he goes Swampert after, which he kind of has to, I win with Blissey. Just sack your Braylon, bro. I don't want to have to deal with this later. Sack it. Sack it right now. Sack that Braylon right now. Go ahead and give me my DPP win. This is what I want. Swampert. Hard Swampert, too. So... I'm just gonna Ice Punch. I don't care if he protects. I get him Blissey after just softballed up and just spam my attack. So we'll go Dragonite here. He has the Ice Beam / go Zapdos now. It's got a little bit more complicated than I wanted to because he actually did go Pert. Yep, goes for the Ice Beam, nice. And I am soft-boiled all the way back up. There we go, Blissey. Go ahead and do your thing, buddy. Go ahead and do your thing. Show you why Blissey is the king, queen, egg. What the hell it is. Don't you dare crit me, buddy, pal friend. He didn't even go out into, he didn't even go out to, he didn't even go Braylon there. So basically, Blissey can still 1v1. Especially if he goes Braylon now. I'm worried about the Swampert, though. I'm definitely worried about the Swampert. Because it has Protect, so it can block my Cuss Tap. Like, I'm not worried about Braylon as much because I can just Silent Toss to 2 KO. And he can't bring it in. Ever. He gets the crit right there. That's annoying because now Braylon can come in for free. And it wouldn't have been able to come in for free before if he didn't get that crit literally right there. Because I would have sized and tossed. C-Bomb does 37%. He can't sub. If I live Stealth Rock, I can win this. This is gonna be close. Because if I, like I said, if I live Stealth Rock, I can win this game. I don't think I live Stealth Rock though. It says 11. Nah, I don't think I live Stealth Rock. So I won the game if he didn't get that crit right there. I get a crit back though. I'll take that. I don't think that mattered on that Pokemon. I can still freeze him though. I think the play is to actually go for freeze. I don't think Iron Head actually wins me the game. Unfortunately. And I also don't think I wasted any turn of sleep, did I? I guess Dragonite still wins if it wakes up. I don't think I wasted any turns of sleep though. But I feel like I won't wake up because he got the crit with Swampert, and Swampert is team player. I broke the first automatic turn of sleep, so I have potential to wake up and win right here with Dragon Claw. Nope. So again, 2 crits literally lost me the game. The one on let me say good game. The one on Heatran early on literally lost me the game. And the one on oh, he didn't, he choked. You should always protect there, bro. Ah, my boy choked. Straight up choked. I said good game to drop his guard, and I was hoping he wouldn't see that. Indeed. But he choked. So, Why are we fighting in the 1100s for these points? But then again, yeah, he 100%. You should always 100% protect in that situation. Cuss that bear, Machamp is the one. That's why I saved it, even though I got paralyzed. But what was I gonna say? It's funny too because if he didn't get the full para on me, I still could have lived Earthquake from Swampert and Dynamic Punch always. But always protect in that situation. Zapdos is broken. Spec Zapdos is broken. Remember that. And that's it. I love DPP. I hope you guys know how much I love DPP. And yeah, I got nothing more to say. So thank you everybody for watching, of course. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. You can, of course, follow me on Twitter as well. And Twitch, because I more than likely will be streaming by the time this video is up. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.